Now, if you look up to the skies later this morning, and hopefully the clouds will stay away, you may see part of the sun blocked out by the moon.
That's because an annular eclipse is due to take place. It's where the moon will pass directly in front of the sun, but not completely black out its light.
Our science correspondent Rebecca Morell explains.
It's one of nature's most dazzling sights, the moon casting its shadow across the sun. The northernmost parts of the world, Canada, Greenland and Siberia, will be treated to the full eclipse. And it's a special solar event known as an annular eclipse.
An annular eclipse happens when the moon is just a little bit further away from the Earth, so it looks smaller in the sky. And what you'll be able to see is a sort of ring around the moon. And so this is why that annular solar eclipses are sometimes known as the Ring of Fire. They're incredibly beautiful eclipses to spot as well.
But across the UK, we'll get to see some of it. A partial eclipse will be visible, with about 20% of the sun obscured in the south of England to nearly 40% in the Shetland Islands. So how can you safely watch the eclipse? Well, you should never look at the sun directly or through sunglasses because you can seriously damage your eyes. Instead, you can use two pieces of card, one with a little hole in it, to make a projection of the sun. Or if you can get hold of a pair of certified eclipse viewers, you can use these to watch the spectacle instead.
It will look like the sun is being eaten. Now, there may be some sunspots on the sun. These are dark features on the surface of the sun, and they might be visible too, depending on the techniques that you use to view the partial eclipse. So there is a lot to see.
The partial eclipse will start from about 10 a.m. across the UK, finishing 2.5 hours later. The hope is the weather stays clear. Rebecca Morell, BBC News.
So if you're lucky enough, a little bit later this afternoon, you might see that this morning.
Yes, and we will get some expert advice on kind of how to look, because obviously you don't want to look directly at the sun. So we get expert advice on, when and how.
10 past 6, one more story.